I'm fantastic. How are you?
We're doing wonderful. We are almost 4.5 hours in.
Yeah, I
We
see that.
so we've got 7.5 hours to go.
Let's go. Running it.
You want to host for a couple hours? Do you want to host? Hop in.
I don't know if I'd be able to do all that.
It's not that hard. It's just talking.
I can talk. I can talk a little
All
bit.
right, see, that's all it takes. Just be full of crap and talk for as many hours as you can, and you can. We're not that good at this. Like,
I think you guys are doing a good job.
yeah, we do okay. A graduate student that has been in the program since 2002, a long timer, graduate of Seton, marketing major. Welcome to the show, Ellie. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's get into it. Women's soccer in the Big 12. How has life been? How is the program advancing as you navigate these new waters?
Yeah, so I'm currently in my going into my 6th year. So I have been here for a lot of changes. I was here when we were in the American. So it's cool to
Yeah.
see kind of the changes that we've had going into the Big 12. It's completely different competition. There's not a bad team. So it's been cool to see. I've grown up in Cincinnati, so I've been able to watch the team evolve since I was a little kid. Both my parents went here, so they brought me to games, and it's just really cool to see all the changes happening at UC, especially like within the Big 12 too.
So
What's it been
six
like?
years. Go ahead, Aaron.
What's it been like, kind of going through the NIL process? You see, I mean, when you get here, scholarships are kind of a weird thing, and now all of a sudden you're talking about potentially getting paid to do what you love to do.
Yeah, so when I got here, NIL was not like established yet. It actually was not allowed. So my sophomore year, which was 2021, we were actually finally able to do it. So I kind of got to see both sides of it, but it was really cool just to be able to connect with people around Cincinnati, small businesses. I've done a couple just like that, but it's been really cool to like see a bunch of stuff around Cincinnati and make those connections. That's been a huge help.
So 6 years in the program, what's the biggest area of your life, either personally or athletically, that you've seen yourself grown in? And maybe even how different of a person are you compared to when you stepped foot on campus as a freshman?
I was actually just thinking about this the other day. I would say I'm a completely different person. I think I know how to talk to people a little bit more. Because we're kind of not forced, but it's really important for us to go out into the community and do things. So being able to connect with people either for future jobs or just to be in the community has
Mhm.
given me really good like social skills, I would say.
Gotcha.
Great, she's ready to go. I'm out.
All right.
So, Coach Demers just
Mhm.
finished her second season, correct?
Yes, correct.
So what's it been like being kind of underneath her, and why did you decide to stay through the transition?
It's been fantastic. Erica's a great coach. She's nothing but positive. And I think she's going to take this program to a really good place. And I think, potential national contenders in the future. It's been really fun just to kind of see her in a different setting, I guess. But she's taught us a lot. Like we do a lot of stuff off the field. It's not really just soccer. Like she develops us as people as well. So that's been really cool to be a part of. And then it's cool because she like will reach out to people in the community and have us connect with them. And she's really involved in all that kind of stuff. So that's been really cool.
Gotcha.
A lot of
Did
really
you?
close matches in conference.
Hmm.
Does it feel like you're this close to getting over that hump and really turning this thing into something big in the conference?
Yeah, so we've kind of completely changed our style of play since she's been here. And that's what you have to do in the Big 12 compared to the American. So she's done a really good job at kind of teaching that. And we've only had it for 2 years. So I can't even imagine where she's going to take the program. And even this next year, I think we're going to do really well.
One of my friends actually, Ann Thomas, joined the Hall of Fame for women's soccer last year.
Mhm.
Did you have a chance to catch up with her when she's, I feel like, constantly on campus
Yeah.
with football tailgating and all of that? But have you had a chance to catch up with her at all?
Yeah, so over this past spring, we had the alumni come, and we did like a dinner with them. So we were able to sit and talk with them, and then we all went to the FC Cincinnati game together. So we got to connect with some of the alumni, which was really cool, and I made a couple connections. So I definitely talked to Ann there too.
Have you gained anything from those conversations at all that you can transfer to the field?
I mean, people really just continue to say, take it all in. Like, you only get to do this one time. So take it in. You're young, do it while you're young. And obviously, I'm back for 6 years. So I took their suggestions and kind of ran with it.
How
You
have
know Garrett
seen-
Campbell. Did you get any advice for him on being around here so long?
No, I don't know him.
He's a friend of ours. He played football
Okay.
a few years back, and he was on the 6.5, 7 year plan. He was here for a while.
Yeah.
He got a
We always like
doctorate,
to get it.
didn't he?
Huh?
Did he get a doctorate?
Close. Yeah, close. And then he
Honorary.
realized that being a doctor was hard, so he went into medical device sales instead.
That's what I want to
There's more
do.
money in that. You don't have to work as hard.
How have you seen kind of the culture of soccer evolve in Cincinnati since FC Cincinnati got here? You just mentioned them, and I feel like from the outside looking in, as someone who doesn't watch soccer, it's a complete 180 compared to what it was before they were here.
Yeah, so I was able to kind of see FC grow. I mean, they played in Nippert their first couple years, so I
Mhm.
got to go to a bunch of games, which was really cool because I was committed at the time. So I was like, this is the best thing ever. They're at my school playing. And then when they got the bid for the MLS, it was, I mean, I just knew we were going to be successful, and we continue to be successful. They're really fun to watch. The stadium, if you haven't been to a game, it's just an amazing atmosphere. Everything about it is cool. And I actually got to do an internship with them, which
Wow.
was definitely one of the coolest experiences ever. So it's been cool to like stay a part of soccer outside of UC as well.
Is that something you'd like to do after graduation? Is get into kind of the sports business, the business of sports kind of thing?
Thought about it. I think I am headed more towards medical device sales. If I can't go pro, the first goal is to go pro. But the
Yeah.
only reason I want to do medical device sales is because I've had so many surgeries, and I feel like I can kind of relate to
Oh, yeah.
that.
Garrett would be
So,
best friends.
yeah,
Garrett would be
I can
best
speak
friends.
on it. That's why we both were here for so long.
That
gonna
was
have to-
before the transfer portal.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
and the COVID year and all the other stuff.
Mhm. Yep.
You're gonna have to link them, Chad. Make
I
sure
am.
she's
6 years.
Garrett can probably help you out professionally. I think he married a dance team member. Like he's
Okay.
UC Bearcat to the core.
Yeah, I would say I am too. We'd probably get along.
So,
He's a big
so
teddy
what?
bear.
Yeah. What was the most difficult outside of the obvious, like missing time? How difficult was it going through those injuries, and how many did you have over the course of your career here at UC?
So I missed my first 3 years of playing. I had 4 surgeries. So that was a lot to come back from. It honestly was
Yeah.
more of a mental challenge than it was
Mhm.
physical. But I always say, like, I'm going to know when I'm going to be done with soccer. And I didn't have that feeling. So
Yeah.
I kind of stuck with it. And these last 2 years, I've had a lot of fun and been pretty successful. So I don't regret any of it.
Wow. Who was one of your biggest supporters during that time? Just knowing how difficult that can be.
Definitely my parents. I mean, they told me to just follow like my gut and
Mhm.
do what I wanted to do. So that was probably the best advice they could have given me at the time. And then obviously my teammates, I was able to recover with some teammates because they were hurt too. So it's always helpful to have somebody there talking you through it for sure.
Mhm.
from the chat. Any plans on coaching in your future?
Thought about it. I do want to try to go pro first and kind of see where that takes me. I think that would get me some credibility also. I've taken a couple coaching courses over my time at UC, so it's definitely something that I have in the back of my mind. A lot of options.
kind of on that same note, I asked the volleyball girls earlier. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. When would you suggest as a player to get started playing soccer?
I played from basically the age of 1. I was kicking a ball around, but I would say competitively, probably like 6th or 7th grade is when I started really getting into like the travel teams and all that stuff. But obviously play as long as you can. It's a fun sport.
How many miles a practice do you run?
Practice, it depends on the day, but usually like I'd say anywhere from 5 to 7.
And then
It
how
doesn't
much
feel like that though.
How much does that change in a game? Do you run more or less?
I think my highest this past spring was like 11 miles or something. Yeah. It doesn't
just
feel
run
like
a-
that though.
You're in a
I
half
always say
marathon
like,
every game.
yeah, I'm running with a purpose though, so it doesn't feel like I'm just running to run. So that helps.
Yeah.
Your body feels like you ran 11 miles afterwards. Though.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With-
Especially as
with-
I get older.
That's one of the misconceptions. Soccer is actually one of the more physical sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like high concussion numbers, high injury numbers. Like people think, oh, there's no hitting.
Yeah.
But you can speak from experience. It is not a sport that is devoid of contact.
Absolutely. Yeah. I have fallen victim to taking people out a couple times on accident. So definitely a contact sport.
On accident.
Yes, on accident.
No padding either. Exactly.
Mhm.
Ed says his son is a striker in 5th grade. Any advice for him to keep growing? My advice for him would be to have taller parents. But
Can't
as a
help
player,
that.
I guess he means. Yeah, I guess as a player, he means.
Definitely continue to work on shooting. That's the biggest part of the game. So just continue to do shooting and working on not only having like a strong shot, but finessing it too.
That's like
What's
6 foot.
I know.
He's
I'm
not-
just giving
he's
him a
not
hard
short.
time.
He said keep growing, so Chad took it
Yeah.
literally as he does
I
everything.
took it literally. Yeah.
Chad's also short, so he immediately goes.
Look, my daughter got to 5 foot. My late wife was 5 foot. I'm 5'8". I told her, honey,
I demand a remeasurement.
on who? Kelly?
Yeah, on Kelsey.
She's actually almost 5'1" now.
No.
Yeah. But I told her it's not getting much better than this, kiddo. Your dad's 5'8", your mom was 5 foot. Like the growth spurt's not coming, honey.
Oh my gosh.
You guys got what does the team look like as we get ready to go into the 2025 season? How's the off season gone? How do you guys stack up? How have you improved, do you think, this off season?
So this coming fall, they actually have a roster cap of 28. So that's going to be a big change. A lot of these teams had like 41 people on it. So a lot of teams have to make cuts. Luckily, we didn't have to make that many cuts. I don't even know if we made any actual cuts, but we have a lot of freshmen coming in, which I think will be really good for us. We had 2 that came early, so they got some development under their belt, and I think they're going to be definitely players, potential starters for sure. We look good. I mean, I'm excited to see everybody get on campus. We'll be back in about 2 months, and then start training and hop right into it. So not much of an off season because you kind of have to keep your endurance and stuff off in the summer.
You went from 2 goals to 3 goals to 6 goals in 2024. How do you continue to up that number as a graduate senior, I guess they'll put it?
Yeah, a lot of training in the off season. That's going to be my biggest thing. Just working on that shooting. Again, it is one of the hardest things to do is finishing in soccer. So just kind of training that. But I think also with the team we have, it's going to be easy to score goals when I get the passes from my teammates.
Would you be willing to help Ed's son out if we put Ed in goal and you could take shots at him?
Yeah, for sure. For
I think
sure.
we're onto something here, Aaron. I think we're onto something here.
I think we should film that for content purposes.
Oh, absolutely. You want to talk about going viral? Have Ellie put a couple balls off Ed's dome.
I can do it. I have pretty good accuracy.
That's what I like to
Yes.
hear, Ellie. That's what I like to hear. You guys got anything else?
3,900 people
we're
in here.
good.
Ellie, you were here for the largest guest total so far today.
Yeah, you are the biggest guest we've had so far today.
Amazing. Love to hear it.
Thanks, Ellie. Great to
Thank
meet
you guys
Thank
so
you.
much. Nice to meet
We'll see
you.
you. We'll see you around campus. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, there we go. We are rolling right along.
Ed's in.
Ed's in. All right. Ed, have you ever played goalie before?
Not with his head.
She said she's got good accuracy.
You might want to wear like one of the softball
Yeah, with the
Helmet-
face masks
helmet
on.
grills. Yeah.
All right, we're getting ready for Dan Horde